Hello again, everyone. Terry Earthwind over at Consortium, and I have a friend of mine, Chelle Shapiro. Chelle, thanks for stopping in.
Thank you so much, Terry, for having me on the show. I'm really excited to dive into this with you. Let's get right down to business here, shall we?
Let's do it. Chelle Shapiro, what are you doing?
Oh gosh, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, this is such a loaded question. Every time I hear it, so many things come up for me. And so there's been some great things that I want to celebrate today with you, things that are going on. As you know, about a month ago, I released my first book. I am now a published author. And so the title of that book is Loving Yourself Isn't Selfish. It's a transformational journey, really, because I have learned so much about myself and the stories that need to be told, the stories I want to share with people. And so I want to celebrate this. And it's a continuous celebration because, one, I'm celebrating the fact that I am now an owner for the first time ever. Like, I am owning the fact that I'm a published author. This is my work. These are my stories, my experiences. And this is what I'm bringing to the table to offer other people. And so I've never been an owner before. This just feels so exhilarating to step into that power and to really thrive in that space. And so the other thing that I'm celebrating right now is that, like, these are such powerful stories that I want to share, that I've been able to relate to so many people just by telling them, by sharing them, by having readers of my book be like, oh my God, I was in a similar situation. And like, it was so liberating for me to hear what you went through. So now I can do it for myself. That's powerful. That's huge. And so now, knowing that, as you and your wife Linda know, like, I have so many more stories that I want to share. There's so many that we didn't even get to scratch the surface on. And so I've now been thinking a little bit about how can I keep this message going? What other stories can I share to unlock other people's potential, and rightfully so, because that's my mission in life. That's what drives me, is connecting with people and building these relationships and really being able to use my story to teach others how to be better, how to not get stuck, how to level up in careers that they love. And also, on that same point, like, I do not want you to be in a career that you love, that you don't love. Like, I want you to love yourself first and remember that first and foremost, because if you don't love what you do, if you don't love who you're doing it for, like, how are you ever putting your best self out there? And so this is a message that speaks really close to my heart and my soul, because that's what drives me. As you know, through this book, I found love for myself. I mean, not just through the book, but like throughout my transformational journey. I didn't have love for myself in the beginning. I lost that somewhere along the way. And I think a lot of other women, especially other leaders, other people that are like in jobs and just like going through the 9 to 5 grind and banging their head up against the wall, they don't know what they actually like to do because it's been drilled into them for so long that you got to keep doing this. It'll get better. You'll stick it out. It'll all come to you eventually. Like, you put in the hard work, you expect to get recognized for it. And like, you forget who you are in that you're just a worker bee. I don't want you to be just a worker bee. I don't want to be just a worker bee. Like, I want to do what I'm passionate about for people that like light me up. And so that's what I've been figuring out ever since like going through this transformational journey. And I'm still figuring it out. The other thing I've got going on right now is figuring out what my 6-week signature coaching package is going to look like again. Like, I'm diving back into it to like uncover what worked, what didn't work. Can I attract people that are like me in a better way? Because when I speak, I'm speaking to people who can relate. I'm speaking to myself in the mirror, my younger self, an older version of myself now. And that's not to say that everybody is like me, but I want people to love themselves and attract whatever they can do to put their best selves out there.
Excellent. Name drop your book before we run out of time.
Yeah, so my book is on shelves on Amazon. It's Loving Yourself Isn't Selfish. And that's why I want you to be in a job that you love, doing what you love for the right people, for the right reasons.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for stopping in. Consortium, the business model for the 21st century.